Let me talk about etiquette, and not the basic elements of etiquette that you might expect me to talk about. So let me add to what's already become, I suppose, your group of rules around etiquette. Let me give you a few others that are a little bit from left field, and if you want to adopt them, do. So let's go through these now. And yeah, as I say, there's something good in it, take it. If you can adapt them a little bit, do, and share them in the comments below. It's always good to know what are the points of etiquette that people have. Okay, the first thing is when you're having people over, and I'm not talking a party, more a small gathering or just a couple of guests, and they bring some food over, or they bring a bottle of wine or some chocolates or something. This rule of etiquette is this: make sure you open them and make them available. Don't let them gift you something or bring something over when they're coming over to your place for dinner and you don't in return make them available. Now, I say this with a wry smile. You might not like what they've given you, all the more reason to make it available. Don't put it in the cupboard, and especially if it's not something that you'd quite enjoy. It's just not, say, your taste. Make it available. Good chances are, because they've supplied it, they at least like it. Make it available. So just share it. So the etiquette, the rule is this: if someone comes to your place for dinner and they bring something, make it available. Okay, second one. If someone is telling you about a book that they're reading, that they're really enjoying, don't ask to borrow it. Books are super personal for people. And I think we've all had an experience, especially if you're like me and you're trying to take care of your books, where you've lent your books to someone else who doesn't show the same level of care. And your book comes back quite tatty, quite damaged. Not a good thing. So I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent. If someone does lend you a book, you have to take fantastic care of it. Absolutely fantastic care of it. Okay. So the rule of etiquette is this: if someone's telling you about a book that they own, that they're reading, that they enjoy, that they recommend, you can't ask to borrow it. You have to wait for them to offer. Don't ask to borrow someone else's book. Books are quite personal to people. Wait for them to offer. If they don't offer, then it's up to you to choose whether you get it out of the local library, whether you buy it yourself, or you just say, hey, thanks for the recommendation, and you just let it go. So it doesn't become another task, another thing to do. But don't ask to borrow someone else's books. Make sure you swear less, much, much less than those you are conversing with. So if you're talking with anybody else, either in a personal sense, so there's a relationship there, or even more so in a business sense, so you're connecting with a new customer or you're talking to the team or whatever, you need to swear much less than they are. Much less. If you swear more, they'll notice it. And the best you can hope for is that it has no impact. The worst, of course, the worst scenario is it makes a sizable impact in a negative way. Nothing positive comes out of it. If you're talking to many people, you better know your audience. If you're swearing or more than that, you have to know that they know who you are. So everybody in the audience already knows who you are. Then you can speak as freely as you usually do. But unless you have the absolute assurance that everybody in the audience knows who you are and how you speak, then swear much less. It's an etiquette thing, and it's a personal protection thing to make sure that your personal reputation isn't getting damaged in a way that it doesn't need to be. Always swear less in any conversation that you're having with a group of people or individuals. Okay, and the last one I'll share with you is when you catch up or meet people for the first time, your first question cannot be what they do as an occupation, as a job. It can't be, because what you're saying in that one moment is you are going to judge them because you know nothing about them. And if the first thing you ask is what they do, what you're saying is you're going to judge them on what they do. That's probably the most important thing for you, judging them on what they do. That's how it's going to come across, because out of all the questions you could have asked, that was the first one. Don't. With many people I meet, I never ask that question. It's not important to me. It might be important to you. Even if it is, don't make it your first question. Don't make it your first three. Ask them about what they do to relax. If they follow any sport. If there's any movies that they've watched recently that they would recommend. Just something that is soft, neutral, personal to them. If they could be anywhere in the world right now, where would they want to be, or travel to, or holiday? And something that's safe. That's it. That's it. So a couple of etiquette things there. And as I say, a little bit out of left field, some of them. They all come from experience about making life easier. So if you've got a couple that etiquette things personal to you that have come from your experience, please share them in the comments below. That's the whole point of these videos. All right. Thank you for your patience, and hope you enjoyed that. Catch you in the next one. Take care.